All right, guys, I have a question from a guy, and he says, how do you keep people from throwing you off the cadence and direction of a conversation? I notice that guys at bars, coworkers, and even friends jump into conversations that I'm having that are going well and either purposefully or not completely derail them. I don't get salty or even try to remove them, but I do notice that it sometimes does get in the way of me setting up dates and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, guys will do that. If you're talking to, and you have a friend, and you're talking to a woman that you find attractive, that gives them permission to come. It makes them a little more courageous because you're already talking to them and you're familiar and whatnot. So they'll come in there and do that. And I've had that happen before, several times. I've had that happen in all the situations that you're referring to here. I had one guy, it was a coworker especially, and there was this woman that was attracted to me in the office, and she would come by and come and talk to me, and she'd invite me to lunch, or she'd come talk to me. Then he'd come in and introduce himself, say, "Hey, where are we going for lunch?" And obviously I can't go, it's professional courtesy and all this stuff. So he just comes along and it's fine. But I mean, I could tell that she was attracted to me, so we just did our thing offline. Right? And if she likes you, she's going to find you. She's going to seek you out, just like this woman did with me. But guys will do that. They'll see that, especially your friends or even acquaintances, they'll get into the conversation because they want a chance at that girl. And the best thing you can do is don't get salty. Just let them do their thing because, if she likes you, she's going to find you out. She's going to make herself available to you. So don't worry about doing it right then and there. If it's like at the bar or something like that, just let it go. It's not that big a deal. You don't need to cause drama with your friends, that kind of thing. I will say that if you're having this problem with your friends, then don't be hitting on the girls at the bar. Just assume that that's what's going to happen. A lot of guys do get jealous when you figure this kind of stuff out, and they'll do things to sabotage it. I even had one guy, he would kind of say, he'd say these things to her when I wasn't around to make it sound like I was a player. And now he was trying to sabotage it because he wanted to get with her. If you got a new woman on your arm every week or so, or because you're dating and you're going out regularly and they happen to see it, then they're going to get in the way because they're not able to do what you're doing, and they'll do these things. You'll bring these women around that are attractive, and they'll try to flirt with her right in front of you. And when you're not around, when you're not around, they'll do it. They'll make excuses to be around her and not you, and they'll act weird. They'll act weird when you're together, and they'll turn into a different kind of guy when she's around. And they'll even do stuff like trying to one up you, and trying to maybe those hidden insults, like they say, like in the pickup community, they call it the A-mogging. They'll do that kind of stuff, and don't let it bother you. Just if that actually turns her on and that's what she wants, then let her have that. That's a reflection on her, and that shows you what it is or what kind of woman she is, and so that actually gives you some more discernment. And if another guy comes over there and then he's ruined your vibe with the girl, just realize that if she likes you, she'll find you again. And I've had this happen in bars many, many times where I'll be there and I'm just doing my own thing, because when I'd be in a bar, I wouldn't really actively seek women, but almost every time I would go out, some woman would always come up and hit on me, and I'm just playing with my friends at the bar. We're having a good time because they want that happen. Anyways, I'm getting off track there, but don't let it bother you. Just do your thing and let her come to you. That's always the name of the game. Do your thing and let her come to you. If you're having a conversation, he's jumping in and it's rude or whatever, and you obviously the conversation, you're not really that interested. Just say, "Hey, I'll catch up with you before the night's over," or something like that, or "Hey, come get me before the night's over, and we'll keep talking." And then just leave her with him. You don't need to be the one who's desperate for the attention. You just leave, and if she likes you, she'll come find you again. And more often than not, that'll happen. And if you're sitting there when you're worried about competition from other men, then you don't understand what's going on in GA, because you do not have competition. You don't compete with other men for these women. You just put yourself out there unapologetically, and because women do the choosing anyway. So you just allow them to make that choice and come after you. And that inevitably puts you in the most attractive position anyway. You're the non-needy guy. You don't need her approval and all that stuff. You're just having a good time. You're just connecting with people, and the friend is the one trying to get her. You don't need to do that. You just vibe with her, you connect with her, and when it comes and it happens, and you're flirting with her and you're being charming, and that vibe does happen, then she'll find you, because the natural process is the feminine goes towards connection. So really, you just have to show interest in the beginning, and then she'll come towards you. So if he's coming in, he's derailing the conversation, you can show that you're the mature one, and you eject, and then when she comes and finds you, then you go and ask her out. Anyways, that's all I got for you, man. Good luck with you, and let me know how it goes for you.